couple months back, I've done over 3,000 cold calls for my SMMA agency. I've done it for esthetician clinics across the UK, and I was just smashing it out. And I thought, I need to do numbers, I need to push out. And I was just getting nowhere. I kept changing the strategy, nothing was working. You guys probably feel the same thing, and we need to change it. So this is why I come up with the new and improved business model called PCMA. So what is PCMA? PCMA refers to Paid Community Management Agency. And it simply refers to you managing communities online. So a lot of content creators put their content online on platforms such as SKOOL, and they charge a monthly fee to their customers. And you want to be the manager behind it. So we've defined what a PCMA is, Paid Community Management Agency. So there's 5 components to what a PCMA is, and the first one is target audience. Who are you actually pitching to? And these are the people that I suggest. SaaS companies, e-commerce, personal brands and influencers. These people are crucial. Why? Because they actually have communities already, and we want to monetize their communities. They have people that already value what they're saying. This is very important now. So how do we position ourselves as PCMA agencies? How do we actually look and filter these companies? So we want to come across as people that are actually giving them value. We're actually doing them a favor. A lot of companies that we're actually pitching to have a lot of ad expenditure. They're putting so much money into ad expenditure. So if we're actually removing that ad expenditure, we're then giving them value, and we're giving them a favor. And then we want to create them an evergreen traffic source. What is an evergreen traffic source? It is something outside, external to the ad expenditure they're putting into, and it's organic leads and organic traffic. And then it's a huge return on investment. Imagine on SKOOL, you only pay $100, and then from that $100, you're getting thousands on thousands on a monthly recurring basis. That is a huge return on investment. And then from all of that, this is the most important part, you've got a loyal fan base. You've got people that actually care on what you're saying, and they actually want to hear what you're saying, and that becomes monetizable. So I want to show you guys a real case example of one of the clients that I worked with. And they had 100K on X or 100K on Twitter, and I leveraged their followers. So imagine 100K followers, I leveraged their followers and set up a community for them. In less than 24 hours, they got 20 people. And 20 might seem like a low number, but imagine 20 times $50 per person. That's now 1,000 just in one day, Imagine after a month of pushing out the content, they will actually get more and more money. And then no monetization before. They had zero money. So I literally made them a K in one day, and before they literally had no money after that. Deliverables. Very important. What we actually delivering. This you got ingrained into your head. Community creation and community structure, these go hand in hand. And this can relate to anything to do with setup, anything to do with the theme, anything to do with the look and feel of how the community actually looks like. And then the next 3, we have community launch and strategy, community launch, and then branding and promotion. So how are we actually launching? Who are we launching to? Where are we promoting it to? Anything to do with the launch and the final goal of pushing out the actual community. And then the last 3, content strategy, management optimization, and then growth. So content strategy, are we doing live calls? Are we doing giveaways? Are we doing weekly catch-ups? How does that look? What is the content that we're actually pushing out on the community? Management and optimization and growth. This is very important. We want general feedback. How's it going? We want moderation. We want moderators onto the community to actually make the community a better place. And we want to just keep getting feedback and optimizing the management of the community. And then growth. We want to set next goals. We want to set future goals. We want to expand the community as much as possible. So this is the last and final thing, which is the offer. We want to give you a done-for-you offer. We want to literally package it into one thing. So what is it? I want to build your brand a engaging and active community with a evergreen source of sales. So I've given them a source of sales that is organic, and it relates back to the first bit of the positioning. And then why does this all come into play? I'm boosting the brand value. I'm boosting their brand value and I'm boosting their ROI. I'm boosting the return on investment. I've only spent $100 and I'm getting thousands and thousands on a recurring basis. So there's two ways of actually doing this. We got the beginner approach. The beginner approach, we're just starting out. How do we actually do that? We want to get as much testimonials as possible. And how do we get as much testimonials? We do free trials. We try to get our name out there as much as possible. We're actually providing value so people can then become engaged with us, and then they can actually like the stuff that we're doing, refer to other people. And then the intermediate approach, this is where it gets interesting. This is where we actually do long contracts. We do 6 to 1 year contracts of recurring monthly payments. So this is the most important part of it. Let me scrub all of this out. This is the important part that you guys need to focus on. So this is the pinnacle of what you're trying to pitch as a PCMA. This is what it comes down to. Community equals currency. Before, we never understood that we can actually monetize communities. Now we can. Now we want to make revenue out of this. This is what you want to pitch to companies. So I've defined what a PCMA is for you guys. I've shown you the correct target audience, how to position yourself actually as an agency. Case study of one of my clients. I've shown you the deliverables and then the offer. You guys need to understand we're at the point of a breakthrough. This is a new business model. There's so much untapped potential in this, so much revenue for you guys. So I'm going to be providing you with a lot of content around it. And it's literally a documentation and a journey of this new business model. You guys need to follow along and try to implement what I'm saying.